What happened when Jungkook revealed that he would feel pain for the rest of his life? How could such a statement make Jimin, his best friend and BTS groupmate, shed tears? This wasn't just an ordinary emotional moment, but rather a statement that uncovered the dark side of a K-pop idol struggle. Perhaps BTS fans are already familiar with the closeness between Jungkook and Jimin. They have always shown a deep bond, not only on stage but also in their personal lives. However, no one could have predicted the emotional reaction that occurred when Jungkook revealed the harsh reality of his health. Jungkook, who had just experienced severe food poisoning, told his teammates that the pain he was experiencing wouldn't just go away. The doctors informed him that due to the poisoning, there would be long-term effects on his health. That moment became a turning point, especially for Jimin, who had always appeared strong in front of his friends. Jimin, known for his bright smile and encouraging attitude, couldn't hold back his tears. Why did Jungkook say he would feel pain forever? Was this just a temporary feeling? Or was there a far more serious medical threat behind his statement? The food poisoning that Jungkook experienced was indeed a life-changing event. However, when medical experts explained the irreversible damage to his digestive system, the reality became clear. Jimin, who has always been a caring figure, seemed unable to hide his anxiety. He saw how Jungkook struggled, not only to recover, but to accept the fact that he would have to live with the effects of the poisoning. The pain Jungkook felt wasn't just physical, but would also have long-lasting consequences. However, there was something even more shocking. Medical experts in Los Angeles, where Jungkook had been treated, revealed the startling fact that more aggressive medical treatments could worsen the idol's health. UCLA's decision to refuse further intensive treatment left many wondering, why were the medical teams so hesitant to take further action? Speculations arose, not just about the medical decisions, but also about the long-term impact on Jungkook. More aggressive treatments risked causing further damage to his stomach and other digestive organs. If he received the wrong treatment, it could threaten not only Jungkook's physical health, but also his future in the entertainment industry under the constant spotlight. Jungkook is not just a famous singer. He is a symbol of perseverance, hard work, and fighting spirit. But behind the stage lights and the world's attention, he is also a human being who must face the harsh reality of his health condition. Every step he takes, every medical decision made for him, could have a huge impact on his quality of life in the future. Jimin, who sees his friend struggling with so much pain, likely feels an even heavier emotional burden. He is not just losing his cheerful friend, but also witnessing firsthand how Jungkook must face the reality that he will live with pain that constantly haunts him. What impact does Jungkook's statement have on Jimin? What can the other BTS members do to support him? This isn't just a story about physical health, but about how emotions, relationships, and friendships are tested in times of uncertainty. For BTS fans, this news is certainly shocking. Not only because of concern for Jungkook's condition, but also because of the revelation of how difficult the life journey is that he must now face after the incident that changed everything. No one can predict what the future holds, but one thing is certain, Jimin will always be there for Jungkook, no matter what happens today. As fans, we may not fully understand the weight they are carrying, but we can see how they support each other. Jungkook and Jimin, two best friends who complement each other, now have to face a reality they never imagined. And while the world continues to worry about Jungkook's health, do we truly know how deep the impact of his digestive damage is? Doctors have warned that even though his physical condition may improve, the long-term effects of the poisoning will still follow him. Every step of treatment, every medical decision made, is a gamble for Jungkook's future. Now, after this incident, many questions remain unanswered. Can the right treatment save Jungkook's health? Can the wrong medical actions make everything worse? And more importantly, is the entertainment world ready to face the reality that a major idol like Jungkook could be facing a medical condition that threatens his future? For Jimin, seeing Jungkook struggle with lifelong pain is a harsh reality he must accept. As a best friend, he surely wants to offer more support than just words. Perhaps this is the time for both of them to be more than just idols. They must become humans who strengthen each other through this heavy trial. As the news spreads, We cannot simply get swept up in the sensationalism that grips the entertainment world. The event involving Jungkook and Jimin and the harsh reality of the health condition threatening the idol's future is indeed shocking. But do we truly believe that this is an irrefutable fact, or is it just a scenario designed to grab media attention? Are we caught in a drama created to stir up commotion? As consumers of information, we need to ask ourselves, how much do we trust what we read? Do we really accept the stories presented by the media, or do we start questioning their truth? Let's reflect. With so much information circulating, so many conflicting narratives, we must be discerning in choosing what to believe. If this news is true, it will have a significant impact, not only on Jungkook's health, but also on his future as an idol. But what if we are simply being forced to believe this narrative without clear and credible evidence? Will we become part of the emotional wave manipulated by the media's intentions? How can we be sure that this is not just a cleverly crafted story designed to grab attention? Are we truly ready to accept reality, or are we trapped in the illusion created? Jungkook and Jimin, as BTS members, undoubtedly have personal lives that are open to the world's scrutiny. But behind the glamorous life, there are challenges they must face. Are we mature enough to handle this reality? Or are we simply caught up in a lie wrapped in sensationalism? Can we tell the difference between what's real and what's fabricated for media profit? One thing is certain, we all need to be more critical of the information we receive. When this news spreads so quickly, we must ask ourselves, is this a reality that's happening? Or is it just a tactic to attract the world's attention? The rapid spread of information doesn't guarantee that what we receive is the truth. In a world where information can be produced and disseminated so quickly, we must be cautious in filtering what is true and what is fabricated for profit. The statements presented in this article, while emotionally stirring, could also be a hoax designed to manipulate our feelings. Do we really want to be trapped in a narrative that may not be factual? What if we are simply swept away by emotions triggered by news without verifying its truth? And more importantly, are we ready to question the media authorities, who often have hidden agendas? When we face such news, let's ask, what do the spreaders of this information want to achieve? Are there certain parties trying to exploit Jungkook and Jimin's popularity for personal or commercial gain? Haven't we often heard how the media can shape public opinion, even create or destroy someone's career with just one distorted story? If we aren't careful, we could become unwitting participants in this grand game. IT is important to realize that the entertainment world, including the lives of K-pop idols, sometimes operates with a different logic than the reality we face. Decisions made are not always based on truth or facts. If it's true that Jungkook's health is at risk, will we ever know the full story behind it, or will we be limited to the information presented in a certain way?